Oh, boys and girls, tonight we are diving into some massive leaks for the upcoming class Druid, and the credit goes to Kouta again. He was accurate about the upcoming 5-star legendary gem, and I believe so he is going to be accurate about this as well for the skills for the Druid class. The link for his channel and the video is going to be under the description, but let's go dive into the leaks what we have for the Druid. And again, this is leaked information. We still need to wait for the confirmation from Blizzard themselves, so take this with a grain of salt. So first off, Druid skill leaked information. We can see this will be the bear transformation skill. Let's dive into what they are, starting with the first one. Now it is a series of 4 strong attack that knocks down enemies, remains in a state of absolute dominance during its use. This is going to be the transformation for the bear. Next one is the bear transformation again. Improve your common attack for a short period of time, inflicting more damage at a distance after several primary attacks. The next one will trap the enemies in front of you and smash them. These will be, I guess, different essences for the bear transformation skill. And again, for the bear transformation, turns into a stone bear, which reduces its attack speed but makes it immune to knockback and loss of control. Get a shield for every amount of natural energy consume, and this is gonna be, at least seems like, very powerful in a PvP. Next, it is Crush Bear transformation. Now is generate a shockwave that deal damage and slows down nearby enemy, which can be used during other ability. Interesting. And then again, the charge skill bear transformation. Now step onto the ground, drag rocks around you, knocking down enemy and stunning them. This is going to be strong for PvP, especially if you can tank on the idle, then you can knock enemies down. This is going to be pretty useful. And then Crush Bear transformation turns the bear primary attack into a slam against the ground, which deal damage to all nearby enemies. When inflict a critical hit, a rock spike appear on the sole of the target foot and inflict damage again. And these were some bear transformation skills or essences for the Druid. Next, we are diving into dash abilities and bear transformation. Now stomp the ground, raising rocks around you and knocking down enemies in the center and any enemies that comes into contact with the rock wall. This is going to be pretty strong CC type of ability in PvP. And then again, the dash and the bear transformation. Now you jump towards a target, inflict damage to all nearby enemies upon landing. After hitting an enemy, your main attack speed and critical hit speed increases. And again, dash and bear transformation. Now it makes you continually lunge towards damaging and knocking down enemies in your path. And then we are getting our first wolf transformation. Jump to a location, launch them into the air and mark them with an increased critical hit chance and recover live when the target is marked. And then Claw Strike Bear transformation. Now it makes you charge forward using a second movement that increase your critical hit chance against enemies with low health. Wolf transformation, it transforms into a wolf in flames, continually dealing damage to nearby enemies and causing a fire explosion on a common critical hit. So you will able to even put some fire on the enemy. Interesting, looking pretty solid if I say so myself. And moving on to the next one, we have some Claw Strike here. These will be, I guess, for the wolf form. Claw Strike turns your common attack into a dashes and bleed for seconds. If the target bleed, a blood explosion will activate. So not only you can put enemies on fire, you can also bleed them with your claws. Makes sense for the wolf transformation. And again, claw strike launches a claw spell that deal damage to enemies in front of you. When the claw reaches its maximum distance, it returns, attacking enemies in its path towards you and slowing them down. And then armor of thorns create a field of thorns that continually damage enemies within the range and inflict deadwood seed. And then we have crack strike, now causes disturbance in the rock in a specific location, continually damaging and petrifying enemies within the range. When an allied summoned enters the rock field, it gains a crystalline shell, reduce damage taken, and it is immune to control and knockback effect. This is going to be pretty good for support, especially in PvP on the objective. And then crack strike again makes you move for a certain period of time when causes earthquake that damage an area around you. And then we have armor of thorns again, now consume natural energy when activated, causing all nearby field allied units to be surrounded by thorns, reducing the damage they are taken and continually dealing damage to nearby enemies. So we have some support abilities for the druid as well, giving your allies a control immunity, loss of control immunity, and some damage reduction. And then towards the end, this is going to be pretty solid if it comes out to be like as good as what it says here, especially for the life field. So life field now grant the seed of life to nearby allies, which continually restore life and restore a large amount of life when health is low. This could be pretty strong in PvP and might be even good in some hard PvE content like Gauntlet. We will see. And then life field restore life, instantly damaging and stunning nearby enemies. It activates automatically when health is low. This is somewhat like the Undying Rage for the Barbarian. It will automatically trigger when your health will be low and stun all nearby enemy. Again, could be pretty decent. And then Ram of Life become a channeling skill ability that focuses your vital energy into your life and energy value channel. Immobilization and damage taken are reduced when channeling. And then we have Horned Deer, now jumps to a target location and regenerate natural energy based on the number of the targeted reach. It seems like you have to somewhat manage some sort of energy as well, which you can use for some healing type of ability. I could be wrong, but that is what I am understanding here from reading this at least. And then we have the Raven Escape, now makes you unreachable and throw you forward, making you untargetable and dealing damage to enemies in your path. If the skills does not reach an enemy's, a refuse time is reset. And then at the end, the companion wolf grant your next common attack a running wolf charge. This could be something like the Zephyrs for the Tempest. And there we go, those were some leaks for the druid. Hopefully tomorrow we will be learning a lot more. I will be doing a recap of everything that happened during this week tomorrow, and I will be sharing my personal speculation when we can expect the druid class to be released. And for now, I'm signing off. You guys have an excellent day. Let me know in the comment section down below what are your thoughts about the druid league skills. And like I said, I see you all in the next one. Later guys, take care.